And we are live, apparently. Even though, as per usual, YouTube has not told me that we are live. Has anybody else had the? Even though, as per usual, YouTube has not told me that we are live. Has anybody else receiving the show?
Just now.
Just now. That's fucking awesome. Well done, YouTube.
It's about a 15-second delay.
15-second delay. Lovely.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, to be fair. It's not too bad. Right. Today's show will be Gumbified. I'm gumbifying it. By which I mean, because most people, Tyler won't know who Mr. Gumby is. But,
Oh, yes, I do.
yeah, you've been watching the videos there. All right. I mean, I can't be asked to use my brain for today's show, which I know is a shocking thing for everybody. But we will talk about the vape tax that Mr. Bill was put in chat. Just to say that the link is there. Go and have a look at it and see what you can do. I will say, from what I've heard from Expo already, all of those reviewers managed to talk about nothing to do with Expo. Nothing to do with the vape tax, which I think is an amazing skill. Stunning. But hey,
They've done an outstanding job.
Outstanding. Lovely work, guys. But I hope whoever did go, I hope they enjoyed themselves. I hope they had a wonderful time, and I hope they're not too tired. And more to the point, I hope they didn't overspend on the money.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure I could think of a few people who've probably overspent. Good evening, Mr. Village. I hope you are well, good sir. I don't think you went, did you, John? You were not going to the Expo debacle, partly because can't be bothered. Personally, I couldn't. Well, for one, from here, I would have been flying over from Ireland to Birmingham, and that's not expensive. That's only about 60 quid, but then you got the room to stop in, and it's like.
Well, like you said, by the time you do your actual flight over, whether that's your flight or mine, either way, it's you still got to deal with the flight part of it. The room, if you can get one. And most that's what booked up from last year.
Yeah, you need to be ordering. If you're going to do it, you need to get a room now for next year or for October.
Right.
But then
you got to think of the price gouging of those rooms.
There's also the fact of your life. You know, you've got a missus and you've got kids, and I've got missus, I've got kids. Bill's got a pet hamster or something, you know. No, but Bill, we've all got commitments in our life, so you don't know what you're going to be doing in October.
No, exactly.
So you like your health could change. Evening, Michael. Your health could change. You know, you could have other things come up. Whatever it's. And there's only a few people I'd want to go and see anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Hi, how are you, Mark? Say hi to the guys. Hope they have a good drink. Hope they enjoy themselves. Hope you had fun, Mark, and didn't get too expensive, buddy. But yeah, I just. But if people enjoyed it, that's the main thing. So yeah, good for them. Was there any actual news on the advocacy side, Bill, really, or apart
No,
from the
nothing.
link?
There's nothing new. There's just the link.
Yeah, links there. Sorry, go on, Bill.
Follow your way through it. At the bottom, it's got the essential questions that anybody can answer, and it's got a guide to how you should consider answering it as well.
Which is a good idea. It's a good idea to do that, I think.
Because the proposed duty is, as they've said in there, draconian. It is insane.
Yeah, it is.
It's disproportionate to what they've done to cigarettes.
It makes America's way of doing it look almost sensible.
It's not far off that, no.
You can't kick Vic.
I can't, but Mark can.
Good point. Yeah, kick him. Kick him. That's the thing,
that's a good point, Mike. That's a lot of money to throw down just to go for a weekend.
I get, and it's entirely up. If Mike wants to go, it's up to him, but But £1,000, that's you could go on holiday abroad or something with that. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, for £1,000, I could go over and do the cover fuck again, which is
we'll have none of that language on here. Thank you very much.
Which is 5 days of good music, a lot of traditional stuff, a lot of traditional Catalan dance, but also it's running fire through the city of Manresa. And I could do that for less than £1,000, including me spending money.
Yeah, between the two.
I hate to say it, but the Corifa could win.
Yeah, I'd sooner go probably to somewhere like that, Spain, or somewhere nice, a bit chilled, some good food, and just enjoy it.
Yeah. Really
Hell, scary as it is, I'd rather use the money to come see your ass, Matt, and go get some food and a nice Jameson tour.
No, he really has got desperate.
Well, from what I've seen of what Expo's become, it wouldn't be worth the money to go.
In the old days, going back like 5-6 years or more, I would have said it was well worth it. But now it's very much changed. It's changed the way it sort of works, and
well, since disposables in particular, but pod systems in general, the whole landscape of the Expo's changed.
Oh yeah,
and not in a good way, because you're looking at a handful of good juice manufacturers, a handful of decent modern tank makers.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'll tell you the issue I have with Expo, and this coincides because I want to do a bit more on mental health this week. The issue I have with Expo is I remember we spoke to them a while back about the possibility of them putting an area for us as the Misfits to have a small area somewhere with like a couple of chairs, table, maybe a plug socket, that sort of thing, a little table. where we could have the misfits. So if people were suffering with anxiety, panic attacks, any mental health at Expo, they had a little quiet area. They could come and sit down, sit and chill for 5 minutes, yeah, and have a bit of time away from like the crowd. I won't tell you how much they tried saying they wanted to do that, but it was quite a lot of money. That should be something that should be at every large show, in my opinion.
Oh,
because people get anxiety, and I know I'm talking here to certainly there's us three, two more in chat, both of who suffer with sort of anxieties and things about large crowds and people. Yeah, it was around that sort of figure, Michael. Yeah. Yeah, it's something that should be a show. It's all right when you see people all walking around, all bouncing around and filming and whatever, and they're all, yeah, we're all happy, yeah. Keep an eye on the people who aren't walking around and who are sat there fucking shitting themselves because of the amount of people and the anxiety and the possibility they might be having a panic attack. Yeah, exactly. There is massive areas, and I wasn't saying we want you to supply the chairs, we want you to supply a table, we want you to do this, we want you to give us that, we want this, we want that. Rah, 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 rah. No, we just said, give us a space, literally a space. I'll bring a fucking pop-up table if it comes to it. A garden fucking table and a couple of chairs. Whatever. Just something that you can stick up and go, right, there's an area. Come and have a sit down. Have a can of Coke or a drink or whatever. Right, what's going on? Are you okay? Because a lot of people, that's all they need is 5-10 minutes, just break away from that, and they're all good. Unfortunately, Expo didn't see it the same way, which is, that's up to them. That's cool. That's their opinion. They're entitled to. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get to where, because one of their excuses was they have a medical team. You do have a medical team. And that team is qualified as medical personnel to deal with injuries. It is not qualified, not that I am, but it is not qualified or know anything about dealing with things like anxiety.
Well, exactly.
And that's what you need, is somebody there who can talk about it. But I think they missed the ball there a bit, because if they'd done that, that could have carried over to other types of expos. It could have carried over to the other expos that are in there. That could have been a ground-changing thing. Having that area.
You go to the big music
too.
Yeah. Go to the big music festivals. They all have a chill-out zone. All of them have a chill-out zone.
Mm-hmm.
Even Download has a chill-out zone.
Yeah. Yep. I went. What are we talking about? 9 years ago, I was at Wacken Festival. And Wacken, if anybody doesn't know, is probably the biggest metal concert venue in the world. It is fucking huge. It's like a small city. And you've got everybody there. Every type of metal is there. Every type of fucking fans are there. Every lunatic is there. It's great. It's brilliant. But they have big tents set up there. Like a big tent, and it's all set up with bean bags in it. and chilled out, and you can go in there and just chill out. Absolutely fucking epic. Fucking brilliant. And there's people there who are professionals. So if you do have any issues, you can talk to them about it. And they're really, really, really good on it.
That's totally true, Village.
Yeah.
It's an audio and sensory overload.
Especially in yours or Village's case.
Yeah.
I can block that out up to a point. You know, I can block that out, but for you guys, it's different, obviously, because of the frequencies in it. And then, of course, if you're near the stage, you're liable to get clouted in the side of the head by a bottle of juice that's flying across. Free shit hunting, which was meant to have been stopped about 5-6 years ago and never has been.
I said, do they really chuck balls of juice across the damn crowd?
Well, it's all right. 1 year they were doing it with glass bottles.
Yeah.
And somebody did get laid out with it.
When I went, they were still throwing glass bottles.
I just think, oh my God.
That was 2019. They were still throwing glass bottles then.
London show, Chris Norman got laid out, didn't he? Chris, somebody elbowed Chris in as much. Sorry, Chris. Somebody jumped up to jump something and caught him with an elbow, knocked him spark out. Luckily, he's okay. He was all right, bless him. But, there was the fun, and he sees the funny side of it. But there is that Village when yeah. And it's amazing how fast that disabled and somebody who sat in a wheelchair, right? It's amazing how people sat in a wheelchair or on sticks can get to that fucking stage when it's free shit. It's like the disabled Olympics all over again. You have never seen wheelchairs move so fast. It's like Formula One for wheelchairs, I'm telling you.
Well, the ultimate had to be Mike Vapes was doing the talk on stage. Vic actually ran to the stage to see Mike Vapes because he was drunk after downing rather a lot of vodka and cranberry.
My favourite picture I've ever seen from Expo, right, is the mobility scooters, the bigger ones that people go around on. I think it was a woman. She was sat on one. And she'd been sat on it going round, but she was a fucking miserable bitch. She was going round telling everyone to get out of her way and she needed to get through. When the free shit came on, right, I can't walk, I can't get off this scooter. There's a picture of her at the front of the free shit going, standing up on the scooter. You think, hold on a minute. Yeah, exactly, Mike. This is what I've been trying to say. Why shouldn't people who've got sensitivity and issues towards problems with their mental health, why shouldn't they have? We can't stop the noise, but if you could sit down with somebody, or you can come and chat and have a waffle and come over to, say, one of us, somebody maybe, and you could go, oh, fucking this, and sort of have a whinge for 10 minutes and then go, right, that's it, I'm off again. And then it makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's just give a bit of venting where you can. And all the drum and bass. Why do we have to have drum and bass from every stall? I don't like drum and bass.
Yeah, in competition for who can be the loudest.
That's simple.
And they're competing with the stage.
That's simple. Somebody pay me and Lee, and I'll take some Marshall amps. And I'll take some JCM 800 Super Bass headers. I'll show them fucking loud. They want loud? We'll give them loud.
Yeah, the JCMs will do it.
Yeah, we'll crank them up and wind them to full. I just don't. If you're going to have if it's a music venue, you expect loud music, but it's all one kind of music. It's one person, usually.
Yeah.
At Expo, it's like being at a concert when everybody is on the stage at the same time trying to play different tracks. Hey up, Lee. Hope you had a good time, buddy. At least I know you got back safe. Well, hopefully you're back safe. I'm presuming you must be. I bet Lisa's knackered.
You went yesterday.
That's right. I bet Lisa's knackered, bless her, because the anxiety and shit.
Oh, yeah.
How's Lisa, mate? I'm guessing knackered, bless her. I bet her anxiety was through the roof, bless her. If anyone else has got any subjects you want to talk about tonight, bring one on. I don't suppose you pair have got anything new.
What do you expect? There's nothing new out.
I expect enthusiasm and yay, look at this. And what do I get? Nothing.
All right, Matt. Woo. What are you vaping on this week?
Something.
Let's get through your buffet. It'll take us a half hour.
Oh, I've got the old anti-vape Boro out because it's 21,700, and I've been out and about past couple of days with the odd job in with some custard in. One sec, TV technical difficulties. Lisa, bang it on the side. No, not Lee, the telly. No, actually, come to think, yeah, bang Lee on the side. What am I on? Yeah, I'm on that. I'm on the little Yee Pure Max. It's like a Yee shirt. Hey, maybe I can get sponsored by Yee. G Class V2. This is going to get boring, this Bill. with the blaze on top.
Probably that.
With some proper good custard in. And how with the awards there, he didn't get that an awards for his range is beyond me.
Yeah.
But and hold on a minute, where is it? Surprise. Philip box. And just to piss Tyler off, X18, which actually has got a fresh build in it this week.
Let me guess. TM24?
Am I that predictable?
You know,
Yep.
I almost grabbed mine. Just to have the same setup to mess with you.
Yeah, TM24. I like the TM24. What can I say? It's a good RDA.
No, and it fits on the X18 pretty well.
Yeah, it is good. Hey, what you get up on OnlyFans, Lee, is we can't talk about on here. But it is, I have to say, Lee's OnlyFans is well worth his.
About 3 pence a month.
Oh, some of the things he the size of some of those vegetables is unbelievable. Go on and you. What you're vaping on?
Are you going to pass it or just say go on?
I'm just going to say go on, and then let you two argue over.
Off you go, Tyler.
All right, man. It's funny. It was a week of all mechs. I pulled out the overpowered Modco 30 millimeter with the ripsaw on top. That's got my strawberry custard on it. I have the Defiant Designs TS with the recurve dual. That's got my grape. Oh, look at that, the X18. But that's got the original RDA for vaping on top. We're getting there. And then had to have a series box, so we went with the Saga Mini with the single coil mongrel on top. Even for a single coil, it's hot enough. Put it that way.
Yeah.
And then last, the TVL Plan B box with the Bonza 1.5 on top. And that's got my peach mango in it. That's all I got this week. Like I said, it's been mechs all week.
Yeah, I suppose I better go then. Dead simple, usual. Dovepot DNA with the Blaze. G2 with another Blaze. Both have got my coconut custard in.
Pod kit with the Blaze. Oh, sorry.
Pure Max. With Graham's Vitalize Candle Mint Cake. The last of it. And that's all I'm on.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
Yeah. That's cool. I don't know what I think I'm just going to end doing it's like, what's everyone vaping on? Is this the same shit every week? Is it just pointless?
It's starting to be, isn't it?
It's like,
It's not even like each individual person is vaping different things. We're starting to copy each other in the rotation.
Yeah. Well, it was when I went through. It was when we went through the group the other day and found the G2 for Matt.
Yeah.
And within 5 minutes, he'd bought it.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear you chilled out at least today, Lise. It does take it out of your anxiety. It really does. Anxiety is fucking tiring.
Oh.
I think the only worst that I've had, and I've not ever had a heart attack. I don't plan on having one, by but the only thing worse. No, I don't intend finding out on that one, mate. The only one thing worse than the anxiety is probably when you have a full-blown panic attack. Wow. Yeah, that knocks it out of you.
Yeah, that kind of messes with the next 2 days.
It really does. Is
no more. 4, please. Thank you. No more. 4. Thank you.
Yeah. How are you finding the Blaze Brother tank then, Mike?
I think Mike should get on with it quite well, I think, personally. Yeah, I know, Lisa. And that is not funny. A full-on panic attack like that in a at a concert.
It's
So
really a good choice with all these dogs around.
that's
Mom, I want to go and hang
scary.
out.
Okay.
But the dogs
Probably a
are
good
all
idea.
around.
Horrendous.
Yell, please.
It's
You want kind of the back direction.
like I had a brief period where I had to go sign on,
Even not.
walked into the office and had a panic attack that took 3 hours just to calm down from, enough to do the interview. And
Please
it's
stop.
like,
You're being
after that
disrespectful
walk
to an
with the
adult.
gun,
Please stop.
my advisor was like, how many times did you throw up before you got out the door with the anxiety? She goes, there's no way you're fit for work. And
Worth a try, Mike. Worth a try. Can't comment on that. Yeah, it's the panic attack. Wow, yeah. That.
but it's when the anxiety gets so bad that you're throwing up before you even walk out the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not.
I was lucky I had a good advisor.
Yeah, yeah, you were, to be fair.
See, Bill, that's one thing about anxiety that's always gotten me is that physical reaction to it.
Yeah.
Because I mean that I probably go through that out of a 5-day work week, it's probably 4 to 5 days a week.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is with anxiety, panic, and a lot of the mental health things, it is not, contrary to what people believe, it is not just mental health that is affected.
No.
It affects your physical health.
Oh, the stress it can put on your body physically is unbelievable.
You know, we all know that your heart rate goes through the roof. So it's not doing your heart rate and your breathing and so on any good. Then you probably, pardon me, you don't want to eat or you don't want to drink because you think people are watching you in public and things like that. So it affects that. So you don't eat and drink properly. So it's, and then of course you end up probably not sleeping because you're going out the next day. So the anxiety causes you not to sleep. So then that's your health again. So the connection between mental and physical.
I finished up from panic attacks, finished up back on the cardiac ward from panic attacks. So it does affect
Your heart.
It does affect your heart as well.
Oh yeah.
And if you've already got an issue, a
Yeah.
heart-related issue, then yeah, the stress from the panic attack can obviously cause you to end up possibly having another heart attack or a TIA or a stroke or something along those lines.
Yeah. It's
serious shit.
It's scary.
And that is disgusting, Mike.
Yeah, that is bad.
I don't know whether there's anything we can do there. Have you been on to them, Mike? Or if you don't want to talk now, we can talk later and maybe and try and find out if there's anything else that we can do, because 20 months is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
With everything you've got going on with your health. I'm thinking we need to get somebody else involved I'm just trying to think. There's got to be a group near you, Mike, who can help you. Because there are groups around the country who are very good at this.
Do you have a living well team, financial services near you? Because that's one of the things they specialise in. Is trying to sort out people's benefits.
That is, it is disgusting. I'm going to say the other person. Oh, we have an invader. Oh, look, here he is.
Good evening.
The roving reporter, fresh from his
I'm on.
trip.
Yeah, it was a long bloody day so far. Yeah.
Did you get everything buried in the back garden unless you can't find it?
Well, the kids have already looked to see what I've already had.
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
what's new?
yeah. What have we got? Yeah. Apart from that, yeah, absolutely knackered. Yeah.
I'm not
Couple of
surprised
purchases.
you're knackered, mate.
Yeah, few purchases. Not much hardware. As usual, it was a last ditch for companies just getting short of whatever, so they didn't have to take it all back. But yeah,
Evening,
couple,
William.
couple of bottles of juice, one or two.
Good.
Or 3 or 4.
Or 7.
I found CLB useless as well, Mike.
Or 7. But I think I managed to also get a couple of extra subscribers as well.
Well,
Talking and speaking to some people. Yeah.
You haven't broken anyone's arm, have you?
No, I haven't broken anybody's arm.
Oh, that's all right.
No.
Demanding subscribers with menaces.
I think Stuart Valentine subscribed. Rajan has subscribed as well. And the blokes from that FV Vape Show have subscribed as well. Because I was speaking to them. Yeah. Well, I had made a comment on one of their videos. They were saying about doing some tape cutting and opening things. So, of course, we're getting our canteen and our toilets refurbished. So I made a comment asking if they wanted to come up and do the opening. So I saw them there and said, "So when can I book you two to come up to Painting to do the opening ceremony?" And just chatting to them, and yeah, seemed quite a nice enough gent. Yeah. So a couple of bottles of King's custard.
Ah, good man. I saw you
Well,
on James.
I was kicking myself because I didn't go last October to King's Custard. Because I should have done it. I should have gone in October.
Yeah.
But so bottle of Shamrock Shake, bottle of OG custard, and a bottle of the lemon custard.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Shamrock Shake sounds really good.
It is.
It was very nice. Very nice.
It is. That is the original Shamrock Shake. He's the man who came up with it.
Couples of bottle of fluid, couple of acrylic tanks from Brent, and a couple of bottles of Pepsi. I'm okay for short fills again. Not that I wasn't short fills anyway.
You didn't buy anything from Infinity then?
No, they would have been too. Or Vape Smarter. No.
You might get away with it with the missus, then you might be safe.
Possibly.
It's possible.
Possibly.
It's not guaranteed,
I've
though,
still
is it, Craig?
Well, I've still got money left.
Don't tell her that.
That'll go into the fund for October.
Mike, we will have a chat about this later and see what we can come up with for your universal credit PIP, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm damn sure there's somebody down there or something that can be done to help you. You know why Expo has got smaller, don't you? And there's less vendors. I actually know the actual real reason behind this. I've been doing some research.
Why is
Ever
that?
since, well, no, it's just serious. Ever since Village going, some companies have gone bankrupt because he's not keeping them open, spending all his money.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Hopefully, October's one might be a bit better. There weren't as many people when I was there waiting. I've seen a lot more people there waiting to go in. Whether it's just the fact that people have gone later, I don't know. But most of the liquid stands were all busy. Majority, in fact, every one of them was busy.
I don't know what. I mean, it's like Lee's just said. Ian said it's going to be smaller in October. Yeah, well, you are getting the blame, Village. You're the one who's always you fucking spending.
Not so much spending. There was quite a bit of sniping going on in the charity auctions. Once or twice.
Oh, Village. Oh, Village. I tell you what, he's like the SAS sniper when it comes to charity auctions.
Yeah.
1,000-yard shot, mate. Boom. No, you don't even see it coming.
Yeah.
He pulled nice stuff.
Yeah, but
First thing you know about
wins it and then gives it to the other person who wanted it.
Yeah.
The first thing you know about it is when you're unconscious, laid on your back, thinking, "What the fuck's just happened?"
That as well. It seemed like some companies were trying to do something different with the disposables.
Do you know, whether you like the Saturday show with Pugs and everything,
What?
I will give Pugs his due for that stand he built. Fucking exceptional.
Oh, that bar? Oh, yeah.
I mean, absolutely. He basically sat there and he thought, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go all out on this. We're going to make it look cool. And full credit to him, he did. And they won an award as well. So, Carlos Halfcock, yeah. Well, it's better than some people that we've got in the vape community, which should be known as half-wits. But anyway.
Only some.
Sorry about that voice.
No worries.
Can I have that? Yeah. Yeah, but it seems like some of I wasn't really paying much attention to the disposables, but seems like a lot of them are bringing out replacement pods for the batteries, and some of them are trying to do something different.
Well, I mean, they kind of have to, though, at the same time. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Keep trying to sell the shit when everything's been banned?
Yeah.
Have you read the Scottish definition of a disposable?
No.
Because sealed replaceable pods are also classed as a disposable.
Right.
So those where you've got a separate battery and a sealed pod also classed as disposables under the Scottish Act.
Hmm.
That's
Fucking,
going to catch a lot of people out.
fucking Scots. Bunch of troublemakers.
But apparently, Vic was saying that the new leader of the SNP has actually asked John Dunn, invited John Dunn for a meeting.
Good.
Well, at least if I mean that's something that's good for Scotland.
Hmm. Yeah.
The rest of the UK just don't seem to be taking a blowing bit of notice. Really, it seems to be a bit.
Hmm.
You tell her village, and I'll run away when she comes after me. I'm not scared. Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
No, I miss Gail. I really do. I love Gail to bits. She's lovely. That's the sort of people I miss. Is like Gail, Zan. You know that.
Hmm.
Oh, they've got their own sort of shit going on with life, and it's just the way it is. Did you see Bonnie while he was there, mate?
Yeah. Bunny was there. Dan was there. Aidan was there. Little Solon was there. Ryan Allen was there. Alan was there. Stuart Valentine was there because he's been over from Australia.
He's been over for weeks anyway.
Say that again, sorry?
He's been over for about a month.
Yeah, he's been in a good 3 weeks or so, yeah. Yeah. And had a nice chat with him as well, and yeah, very relaxing. Thing is, hardware. The problem is a lot of hardware companies can't sometimes when they're there can't compete sometimes with the prices that the likes of eSig1 are giving vaping 101 kind of companies. They can't compete with those sort of prices.
Yeah.
Like Vupu wasn't there. UL were showcasing their Crown 4 pod again. Yeah, it seems a lot like a lot of companies are bringing out a lot of companies like Vaporesso and UL are bringing out their own liquids now as well.
You see, that would lead me to think if they're bringing out their own liquid ranges, are we heading for a completely sealed unit?
Yeah.
Are we going to be getting rid of all rebuildables? And you're literally going to be buying the pod. You're just going to be buying a pod type unit. How would that
But then
with the law? Because it's
that still goes down the disposable law, yeah.
Well, it goes down disposable rules for Scotland.
Yeah.
Which the rest of the UK is likely to take on board the same way.
that is also true, Village.
Yeah, also Steamcrave have problems getting their stuff through customs as well?
Believe so.
Or wasn't it Vapors Cloud?
I think it was Steam Crave, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure that I heard something about it being Stingray for some reason, but I think there was quite a few companies that had sort of issues.
I know Essex Mini are having problems with the IPV line because that's still not been cleared by customs.
Mm.
The thing is, what would you rather have? An expo with loads of manufacturers once a year selling cheapish products, or the ability to go to eSig 1, Vaping 101, and the product be cheaper there? Which, if you had to make a choice, my choice would be I'd sooner have the shop, to be perfectly honest. I think Expo does need to change in the way it functions, maybe. I'm not sure how, but I think there needs to be improvements. But then you've got to wait for all the laws to be finalised before that can be done.
Well, yeah, and that's the other issue, is if the laws keep changing like this, what are these companies really supposed to do?
Well, if it's like I've said before, it's all very well somebody saying, "Oh, well, why can't such and such a company do a product cheaper?" Because they're a company and they're in business to make money. Why else would you start a company?
Yeah.
But not only that, they've got the manufacturing costs, the cost of all the materials, and the cost of the distribution of them as well.
Exactly.
It's not cheap for the cost of the distribution. Then also they run the risk of, how many shipping containers will they have to fill, because they'll go to different countries. So you got one shipping container going to one country. If that container falls off of, they still run the risk of, when they go to sea, of the containers falling off the ships.
Village, 150 quid to you at an expo. You probably spend more than that just on like bottles of drink. Fucking 150 quid. He takes his checkbook out and his platinum pen.
And everybody gives him funny
You
looks
mean
for still writing checks.
platinum pen or blankety blank checkbook and pen?
Blankety pen, blankety
That's the
pen.
one.
I can see in 20 years' time, Village is going to be the curator of the only vape museum in the world. He's not going to have to buy a venue, he's just going to do it in his house.
Yeah, he's just going to open one wing.
He's going to open the wing of his house as you walk past the tank.
You know,
And
he just
here we
opened the
have
gate.
on the right the Genesis atomizers, where we had to use silica wick. And on your left, here are all the broken smoke mods. And here is also a smoke alien that still has the pin intact.
Now, that would be a rare thing.
Yeah, it would be very rare.
It's still sealed in the box.
Yeah, it'll have fallen off in the box.
Yeah, the paint's not actually on the mod. It's just held in place by the wrapper.
Yeah.
Hit and run attacks. Fuck me, it's like guerrilla warfare with vaping. Some tall Chinese bloke somewhere with a big bump on the back of his head where villagers been throwing pound coins at him.
Hmm. Yeah, but they might not know the difference if it's the old pound coin.
That's true. Apparently, the beard oil is really, really good.
Yeah, apparently the beard oil is good.
Did your beard wonders? It fell off.
Mm. No, whenever I grow it gets to the itchy stage and then I just shave it all off.
Yeah, but if you grew a beard, mate, you could turn it round and stick it back on, you see? You could do a beard over.
I would say the ultimate comb over.
No, it just wouldn't look.
Just
No.
go on like villages, part it down in the middle.
Then have a top knot.
Tighten a bow in the top. No,
You could-
I will not.
You'd look like sort of a Dodge version of David Beckham off Wish.
Mm.
We asked him that the other day, Mike, and he's not saying.
Although he did admit he got some in his mouth the other day. I'm not sure I want to know what Mike gets up to.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah.
Are we still on about the beard oil, Mike?
I think so.
I hope so.
Has chat got anything they want to talk about? Don't oversh. He's very yelp.
You missed the word cause out of that sentence. A-list. Mike is all doomed. Ah, dear.
Sorry,
We'll get there in the end, Mike. We'll get all this money bollocks sorted out somehow. It's just getting the right person to get looking at the paperwork and get it sorted.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting how this country thinks. It just really is. They know they're doing it.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, that was something. At least there was a couple of flavour advocate stalls and UKV. That was good.
Yeah, World Vapors Alliance was there as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But were they encouraging anybody or talking to anybody or trying to?
Yeah, whenever I went past them, they looked like they were speaking to people. Yeah.
Good. This is the problem, Village. This is my point, is that we need the advocacy and anybody to do with the advocacy. We need them to sort of actually make themselves known, make them the presence known and say, look, we've got to do something, and this is what we need to do and why we need to do it. And
Well, that
all,
Matt, that comes down to the show organizers too. You've got the main stage. You can sit there and make 1-2 announcements every few hours. Hey, go check out this booth. Hey, go check out this booth for advocacy. It's not going to hurt you.
no,
The only ones that they're sending you to are the ones that are the sponsoring the shows and the ones that are paying for the awards that they're for the flavour things that they're going in for. So they only send them over to them.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Ignoring the fact that the duty bill, if it goes through, is going to price all of those companies out of the market.
the other issue is, as Village said earlier, I think it was Village said, it also comes down to the stalls. You look how much a stall is at Expo. For a small stall, like Jane, Shy Talk, that would have been close to probably 10 grand. It's ridiculous.
Can you imagine what Fluid actually spent per expo this year? Between the bar and the actual rented space?
I would have said Pugs and Nevs. I would have said their bill this year will be up around the 20.
Well, I know that he said that the building of the bar cost about $7 grand.
Yeah.
So
I hope for his.
Cost a bit of money. But that bar looked absolutely stunning.
I've already said that. I said whether you like
Yeah.
Pugs and Nevs and whether you like Fluid, which is a good range, like them or loathe them or hate them or whatever you feel, that fucking bar was fucking epic. It really was. It looked cool as. I'll give him credit for that.
And Brent was there at the corner as well, selling all his stuff as well.
I would have thought Brent would have probably chipped in then.
Would have thought so as well, yeah. I know that Brent had posted videos up of them getting everything ready for bringing them over from South Africa.
Yeah, he's. It just seems it's a hell of a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, but also considering the size of the stand that Evolution used to have, that was absolutely massive.
The first year I went, they had an entire block, right?
Yeah, which they did.
Matt, who is the owner at Evolution, I was taking the piss out of him because that's me. And he had a Ferrari at the time and he couldn't get in and out of his Ferrari because he put on too much weight. So anyway, he told me how much he spent on that stand and it was £315,000. That's how much it was. It's 315 grand.
That's an awful lot of sales to make.
So when you think how much sales that fucking one stall had to push out,
But there was the football then, though, Bill. There was the football.
Oh yeah,
because
I mean, definitely.
that was the year that ICOS was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was the football then, and it was always heaving with people buying stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, when I went in 2019, there was still a good footfall, and Evolution was always selling then.
Because I think that year you also had E-Seg 1 there selling, and Premier E-Segs, because they had the trotter line of liquids, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was when I got my when they were selling it at a good price.
Yeah, in Superior, you used to have a good stand.
Mm.
The shops
Problem
are
is,
still,
there's not the football.
no, the shop's still going. The Superior paper.
It's not got the range that it used to have, though.
Yeah, I agree, Lisa. It comes back to the thing as everybody who is there is a business, and as a business, you've got to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, what is the point in being in business? Yeah, I agree with you there, Mike. It just doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore. And if it does, you end up walking in there seeing some of the idiots in there with Macs who think they can build, and it's oh dear. You just want to like put them to one side and start telling them how to fucking actually build properly. But, vaping has changed, unfortunately. Some for the better, some for the worse.
You walk into 3/4 of the vape shops now, and 80% of their trade is disposables.
Oh yeah.
Mm. But not only that, you can go into some vape shops, and then you can go back into them a month or two later, and they've still got the same tanks there, the rebuildables that they've been trying to get rid of for the last 6 months, if not longer.
Oh yeah. Like the local shop to me over here, they still have the original single coil Eclipse tank. And that's got to be going on, what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was one that I was in last week.
In 2018, you've single Eclipse.
And that has still got one of the Umie Bombus
What?
tanks.
That was 2016.
Yeah, there's no spare glass with it. They've still got a limitless RDTA there. Wasp
Looks
Nano
like we were
Mouth along as well.
We were talking the other day, Craig, and we found over here one of the online shops has the Smock RDTA still.
What, the Skyhook?
No, before the Skyhook.
Well, before the Skyhook.
Before
In the
the
TFB4, they brought out the RTA and the RDTA. That was 2015.
Yep.
I didn't know they had a. I know they had a TFV4. I know there's a TFV4 Micro, and there's a TFV4 Mini, and you could get rebuildable coils for them.
But they brought out the TF-RTA and the TF-RDTA because it came
Oh,
out
the
the same
TF,
time.
yeah.
It came out the same time as the original Steam Craves.
Did. Last time Mike was at the Vape Expo, it was in black and white.
Now Mike's in black and white.
More white than black down that beard. It's all right. I'll get abuse back off him in a minute. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
I would expect no different.
What
I
the
do
last
miss.
tank had.
I just miss the old expos compared to today's expos. I just.
Yeah, pre-disposable was a totally different expo.
Yeah, it's the issue. We had this chat. I remember having it with Chris Bell, Empire Vape, when he was running his shop. I had it with Jenny as well, and Jenny was like, she had that position in her head where she wanted to sell proper vaping products and proper juice. The issue she had was, if she did, she wasn't making the money. She couldn't do it. She couldn't afford to do it financially. So what do? You have to go with what makes you money. That is Emperor Minge to you. I just think unfortunately the shops were in such a position. As much as we slate them for selling disposables, when it's a business, what choice have you really got?
Yeah.
It's true.
Thing is, I mean, it's the supply and demand. If they can't get it from that shop,
They're going to go down the
they'll
road.
go down the road and get it from someone else.
I mean, Lee and Lisa all know this. Where Jenny's shop was, because I've been up to Liverpool and been in Jenny's shop when she had it last year, and the kids would come in school uniform asking for disposables and would be told to go away. So they'd naff off down the road to the local corner shop, which wasn't necessarily owned by an English person. Not that I'm saying anything racist here, who did care about the rules and had illegal vape products, and they would sell them an elf bar or equivalent with 10,000 puff or whatever. So Jenny couldn't even compete on the disposables. You're in a position where, well, what the hell do I do?
No, you pretty much either be a dodgy shop and sell us up you shouldn't to the wrong people, or you don't make any money.
We had a letter that came out last week, actually, through the school. There was a kid in year 8, my son's year, that had a disposable, whether it would have been bought from a dodgy shop, which they think had either THC in it or spice in it, and took a reaction to it.
I hope
Possibly.
the child is okay. I really do.
Don't know whether they had the reaction in school or not.
It's not the first time I've heard of that, though, with the disposables.
No.
And this is the black market, people,
Yeah.
you know? But we don't need to take that seriously. Oh, okay. Yes, we fucking do. I'm sorry. Yeah, we really do. Because what's to say your son, daughter thinks like we all did? I wonder what it's like. It's that curiosity thing. We did it as well. I wonder what it's like. They take one hit, and if it's got spice in it, and I do know what spice is about. I know what spice is like because I've seen it while I was in prison. It was coming in. It's fucking lethal. What it does, and that's adults. What it does to a child, I don't even want to. It would certainly put them into a fit. Possibly a lot worse. Very, very scary.
I mean, I dropped the boy off at school, and I see half a dozen kids, if not more, with one in the hand, usually walking towards school, and also when they're walking away from school, having a puff on it.
The thing is, where are
But
they
then the
getting
thing
them?
is,
This is the black market.
yeah,
Exactly, Village.
yeah, yeah,
There's always going to be a black market with whatever product is possible. Well, popular, sorry. The issue we've got is how do we control and stop children from getting hold of that product? The product has to be sold in the right venue, in the right place. It has to be sold by people who are scared that if they sell it to a child, the consequences are going to be very serious. So the laws need to be tougher.
Well, they just need to be enforced properly. But
how
a
do you?
£219 fine for a shop where they've raided and taken over 5,000 illegal vapes away.
Yeah.
£219.
And by the time the policemen and everybody
That's the biggest fine that's been issued to a shop selling black market.
And by the time the police and Trans Standards had walked out of that shop, somebody in that shop would have been on the computer reordering the next batch.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they walk out the front door and
Or they would have phoned the shop that they've got in the next town. Oh, can you drop us some over?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally agree, Mike.
I don't have the answer. I can tell you what we should do, but I don't have all the answers on how we would do it and how it would finance it. And should the school take more responsibility? It is outside the school property, so technically they can't really do very much.
But should parents be taking more responsibility?
Yeah.
Yes. Parents should, and trading standards should.
And the
other enough trained officers.
Yeah.
The important thing here is parents, and I'm looking at it from a parent's point of view. Parents should be educating their children, and I'm not saying Craig doesn't educate his kids. He doesn't. I know Craig tells them, so it ain't off. You've got to educate them. That's the first thing. You've got to educate your own children. Even though half the time they won't fucking listen to what you're saying, you have got to try and educate them.
Mm.
That's where it starts, is with us as parents. We have to educate our children and take responsibility for our children. But when they're at school, you hand over responsibility for that child. It becomes the school's responsibility, the child. Therefore, the school needs to take some responsibility for making sure that area and any children caught with a vape product, it is removed from them. Because that would have happened when I was at school. If we got caught smoking, we would have had cigarettes taken off us most of the time.
Mm.
There were a few we could get away with it. We won't go into that.
And the teachers would have said, "Oh, I run out of fags," and they would have gone and smoked them themselves when the teachers used to smoke.
Oh, mate, I had a bet. I'll tell you a funny story about this. We try to keep it a little bit light-hearted. One of my teachers, Mr. Grenfell, was an English literature teacher. I got on with him really well. He walks over one day and he was like, he was in years then, bless him, in his 60s. And he comes walking over me. I had one of those voices that you didn't so much hear it, but you felt it. It was like that sort of booming voice. And I was, and says to me about smoking, and I was like, oh, fucking shit here. He went, right, have you got any more cigarettes on you? I went, yes. Right, give me one here. I've run out. Christ the flag on. Yeah, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not. It's kind of funny, but I just.
Well, it's funny now.
It's funny now,
You know.
when we can look back and things like that did used to happen, but it does come down to the parents. If you get caught smoking, it does come down to your parents need to be sitting down and saying to you, right, what the fuck, you know, and respect for parents, because like Lisa's just saying about her dad or her mum, and her mum, if you'd got cheeky with your mum or dad, oh fuck me, yeah, you were proper up the creek. I don't know. I don't know how we stop. I don't know how we cure it, and I haven't got all the answers to this. I really haven't.
I honestly don't think the government have any answers to it either for the kids.
I think the big one is educating children with the proper facts. And I think as vapers, we need to educate people with the same facts that, yes, vaping is much better for you than smoking.
Mm-hmm.
But vaping isn't much better for you than not smoking or vaping. If you are a non-smoker, don't take up vaping. Fact. I'm sorry, but it's a fact. Is vaping is still putting a product into your lungs that doesn't need to go there. So, yeah, vaping's good, better for us.
One of the issues we've got is a lot of the supposed facts that we're getting in the UK are coming from America. And America cannot separate nicotine from cigarettes. So they ascribe all of the negative aspects of smoking with nicotine use. So they sit there and say, oh, it's going to cause cancer, it's going to cause lung disease, it's going to cause heart disease. When nicotine doesn't. But in America, they can't separate the two, because the two have been so intrinsically woven together.
That is definitely an issue.
Since the 70s.
It's definitely an issue. What Village just said. There's a lot of good parents who'll educate their kids properly and say this is why you don't want to vape, you don't want to smoke, drinking the same. But there are parents out there who, let's be honest, are not the best parents and will just buy their kids disposables, which was going on, to keep them quiet.
I mean, I can't say when I was a teenager, my mom didn't buy me my first pack of cigarettes.
I'm not judging anybody's parenting skills. I'm not saying, oh, they should have their kids taken off him. No. What I'm saying is it needs to come back. You can't blame it on everybody else. We have to take responsibilities first. And with vaping, we have to take the responsibilities first before we start dishing out anything. especially regards to like the advocacy part and all that. We need to take our own responsibility with it, and then hopefully things will get sorted. But
It just doesn't help when we get all of the out-and-out lies in the media.
now we're talking about the media. Oh
And
dear.
so I still read articles that mention popcorn loan, which was disproved in 2014.
I
10
still
years ago.
read articles about the world being flat.
Yeah, I've seen those websites you look
Yeah.
at.
So let's face
Hey, the
reality.
websites that you two get up to, that is not for public knowledge.
Hey, you gave us the link. Anyway, the Flat Earth Society is, if you want to believe the news, the normal everyday news, wow, that's a scary thing, because what is put in the media to make you believe what is going on in the world is scary.
Oh.
I mean, what America hides from its people, what the UK hides from us, Russia, the same, all of these countries, China, we know they do it.
I think out of all of them, America's the worst for hiding facts.
Village, we know the earth is flat, otherwise it would have fallen off the back of the elephants. Terry Pratchett jokes.
I know where the Atuin is.
Sounds
It's the central column of the east door of Sagrada Familia in Barcelona.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? God, we got onto Terry Pratchett now. No, this is not a good thing for us to get onto. Not go down. This is a bad pathway for my brain to go, because if we start on Terry Pratchett, we're going to end up on Going Postal. That is, well, I love Terry Pratchett books, and it's brilliant. The media is massively corrupt. We know that.
That is very true, Village.
You could have a point there. We could have a point.
I mean, we can go to the simulation theory, Matt. The fact that all this is some alien, sick and twisted bedroom, just sitting there on their computer, programming our lives all day.
How do you know? How do you know that we're not in the Matrix?
You're just thinking that as well, yeah.
How do you know that what you're doing now, Tyler, is reality?
Oh, exactly. If you really want to go down that road, it really does bring up a lot of questions that start to, scary enough, make sense and not make sense at the same time.
You see, the problem is the media make you believe. They will make you believe what they want. They're very clever.
And it helps that even Stanton Glantz is still at it, publishing his complete fallacies about vaping being causal to heart attacks. He's published it again a fortnight ago.
Yeah.
despite the fact that the person had the heart attack 3 years before they started vaping. But vaping caused the heart attack. Right. Okay.
Okay, Lisa, you take Max out. May I just add, people, Max is the Jack Russell. He's not another name for Lee.
I didn't think that, honestly.
No,
Lisa
Lee definitely won't wear that harness.
No, he's got his
But he
own.
likes his belly getting rubbed up.
Apparently so, yeah.
Mm.
Patrick on the floor.
That was I was just thought that was.
Oh, dear.
It's better than a drip tip on the floor and the damn thing's gone for a month.
I just given up on picking them up now, drip tips. I just leave them on the floor and just buy new ones. Fuck it.
He just buys them in boxes, bulk boxes from Amazon now.
Every morning, just grabs a new drip tip.
Yeah.
Well, it's better on the hygiene level, mate.
Under that desk, there were hundreds.
What I'm going to do is get a roller that you use for grass, roll them all into the floor, and then varnish over the top of them, you see? That way you got a like mosaic pattern on the floor. So we've got on to Lee's bondage fantasies.
Mm-hmm.
And Village's fantasies about Lee in his bondage gear.
And for that, you need to go to Lee's OnlyFans.
No links, Matt.
Or you could go over to Lee's YouTube channel and subscribe to Lee, especially if you're into your music and your metal. The downside to Lee's channel is sometimes on a live you will end up having to put up with me again. So I'm sorry. I will apologise beforehand.
For
I'm on
everything
there.
he is likely to say.
I apologise for everything that I will say, but I probably won't mean it. The apology, that is.
Yeah.
But if people are into a bit of music, bit of metal, yeah. Well, a bit of everything. We end up talking about pretty much.
I must admit, I was listening to Spotify listening to Spotify this morning, should I say, trying to get some sleep before going to Expo this morning. I actually forgot that Limp Bizkit had done a version of Behind Blue Eyes from The Who.
They certainly did, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
They also did a cover of George Michael.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I'll send you a message later. Was this? He's got me worried now.
Yeah.
Lee puts his camera on and sat there with his beard out and his top off and his tassels on. Going. I'll send you the link for After in here if you want, and got ya.
trying to see if I can get that record player of mine working again.
Have you got a gramophone?
It's not it's not a wind-up gramophone. No, it's a record player. I don't
Hey.
know whether.
No, he's still got one place. The tubes.
Lee's got the record, the gramophone. He's now got the Jack Russell that he sits by the gramophone. He's gone proper 8
He's gone full 1920s.
Slayer on a proper old school gramophone. I've been. That's what I meant to talk about it on a previous show about how music and mental health, because we did touch on it, but yeah, mental health, music is a big one with mental health for me. Big. And Lee's one of those people. Lee's used it a lot for times where times have not been great. You know, he's written really good music for things. It's, I think music is I think music's really important with mental health. I do.
Sometimes if I'm feeling a little aggressive, sometimes I might listen to some Ice Cube. Sometimes. Usually in the car on the way to work, rather loud.
My music is both types of music, heavy and metal. No, I like all music, to be honest. I do. Apart from, yes, I'm going to bring that up. I am going to bring up the Eurovision Song Contest. Did anybody see our entrance into the Eurovision Song Contest this year?
Fortunately, no, because I was working last night. But the Radio 2's Instagram feed was full of it all.
What I will say to anybody is go and have a look at it.
It was the codpiece that he was wearing that was kind of threw me off a little bit.
What winds me up about it is if I say I dislike anybody who is gay, I am homophobic. If somebody who is gay, as that video is obviously portrayed as that way, the new video, I would say that is heterophobic. Because it is so done to appease the modern woke community. It is fucking unbelievable. It is pathetic.
Oh, good.
I've got nothing against somebody being gay. Nothing at all. Nothing against somebody gay, lesbian, transsexual, whatever floats your boat. That's fine. You enjoy your life. Unless there's children involved, then we might have an issue. But why is that? Why do we have to have a video for our Eurovision of a bunch of gay blokes dancing round for the video? It makes no sense to me. It's because we're pandering towards what the woke community wants again.
The thing is, I mean, Eurovision has always been extremely camp. And anyway, hasn't it though?
Camp, not a problem. Even gay, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
But a video like that one.
Thing is, that's going to be watched by children well.
Yeah.
And this brings me on to my other personal hatred. And this is where I need Lisa in, because Lisa would be firing on all cylinders and threatening the screen. My other personal hatred for an individual, one Sam Smith. I can't see any of you guys in here ever watching Sam Smith, but I reckon that you do go and watch at least some of his videos, Sam Smith his videos. One of them, and this is aimed at on YouTube, it's not age limited, so your children can go and watch it. And it portrays an orgy at a big house of men all having sex together, which, okay, that really isn't what children should be seeing, be them male or female or heterosexual. Also, him doing the act of golden showers.
Oh, lovely.
And that, on YouTube have allowed that for kids. Yeah, as Lee just said there, but Exodus, heavy metal band, is 18 plus.
Yeah, same goes for Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth, any of the other big metal bands. I've got to an age, I think, where I've just got this. I don't understand the world anymore. I don't. My brain has just gone into like, I don't get it. Help. The world is full of idiots. I was watching videos earlier, like comedy videos of like, personally, one of my favourite comedians, which is Billy Connolly. I was watching a bit of Billy Connolly doing jokes about like Scottish people and the Irish and typical like Glaswegian jokes about what Glaswegians are like when they're pissed. And you've got some people now moaning about him doing jokes about Glaswegians. Well, hold on a minute. Where was Billy? Was born on
The Clyde.
Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking Glaswegian. He's more Glaswegian than anybody. Yeah, Charlie Williams. I put that on mine and Lee's group, the Charlie Williams one, because it's Charlie about, oh, it's all right, guys. I brought a bit of colour this week because obviously Charlie was black. A black man in a pit village in Yorkshire. Don't get much more racism than he probably got over the years, bless him, but could take a joke.
Charlie Williams was a fantastic stand-up, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, somebody like Charlie Williams, he never broke that smile. He always smiled. No. Even though I'm sure there were times that people said some things that were hurtful to him. He never broke that smile, but he was clever because he could spin it round on people and flare them up as quick as you.
Yes.
That's the difference. Having the ability to do that and the intelligence. Same with people like Billy Connolly. People like heckling Billy Connolly. That's a fucking lethal thing to do. Just like, no.
I saw Charlie Williams live a couple of times, and he was very, very quick putting hecklers down.
Never ever got to see him live, Charlie. Obviously, I've seen a lot of his comedy and hilariously funny, man. Yeah, brilliant comedian. But you can't come out with jokes about the Scots being a bunch of tight asses. Why? You know, it's a joke. Unless I make specifically and say, something about Scots, that Craig, blah, 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 and say personally at Craig, on that level, then all right, yeah, Craig could take offence because I've said something really rude about the Scottish and about his family, maybe, or that type of thing. Then then you can take offence. But if it's about the people, when you've got Scots doing jokes about themselves, The Irish do jokes about themselves. What's wrong with it?
Well, there was a picture that was put up the other day of Aiden and Vic with a pint. So I asked the usual question. Oh, did Vic pay for it?
It's true. It's a Scots thing.
Yeah.
It's Scots thing. Yeah, we all know that Scots, their pockets. Scots have a serious
Deep
health
pockets and short arms.
Yeah, very short arms, the Scots, and the wallet's down near their ankles, so they could never reach it. Yeah.
Well, that's how copper wire was made.
Yeah.
Two Scotsmen fighting over a penny.
Yeah. But we can't get away with doing these jokes, even though the Scots are doing them about themselves. Nah. Just irritate. It really does. Yeah. Oh, Bill Hicks. Fucking hell. Oh no, that's a man who could.
Well, you look at Monty Python and the Life of Brian. The scene when they're watching the fighting, where it's the People's Front of Judea, and they're saying, "I want to be a woman."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what's happening now.
John Cleese, the line in it. Right. Well, we'll put it down as you can have a baby even though you haven't got a uterus and you're keep the uterus in a cardboard box. But you can have a baby in theory.
You can have the right to have a baby.
It's about how the world has become, though. I don't know if Monty Python predicted that one, but fuck me, they did.
Yeah.
Do you know the one that scares me off Monty Python, and I hope it don't come true? And it's one of my favourite sketches they ever did. Hell's Grannies. No, Hell's Grannies. Where the grannies all turn into like Hell's Angels. It's brilliant. They're going around beating everyone up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pension Day was the worst. Pension Day was the worst.
Yeah. I don't know. The Olympics for the upper class twits was pretty good as well.
Oh. I still think the sketch of when he went, the one about I came in for an argument.
Mm.
You know, all of those sketches were brilliant. Oh, bless him. Poor Max. At least he's had a nice time. He's probably gone home weighing about 3 or 4 pounds more than he did when he turned up. I just think people need to get over themselves, get a sense of humour, and if you're going to have a laugh at somebody.
The problem is also so many people are worried about how can I say that in front of someone? Can I say that to someone and them not be offended?
Hey, Village, I'm beating them to it, mate. I've already got my battle wagon ready. I'm getting blank fitted in the week. I'm taking their ankles out. I think it's really sad that you can't like have a joke about where somebody's from or their accent or whatever it is, whether they're short or tall or thin or fat or whatever it is. I just think it's really sad.
What all comes down to it, people can't just take it for what it is.
It's a joke. That's a joke. A sense of humour. You just like we take the piss out of you over the Amish thing, like I did the other day. You know, about I saw, you know, I saw a buggy for sale the other day and stuff like that, and then all of this sort of shit. And Tyler
It's
just
like
gives it to me back, and I just get the abuse back, which is what I want, what I expect. This way it should be.
Well, exactly.
the other adage is also when I'm at work and I get the amount of abuse from someone else, I can't tell them to go fuck themselves. I shouldn't tell them. I do, but I mean, there was a bloke the other day that was semi sort of pissing and whining because I was running late, and the non-connecting service, because none of the services connect anyway.
Yeah.
He was whining like, "Oh, if you weren't running late, I would have made that bus." Yeah, and
Well, you didn't,
And then-
and I'm not.
yeah, and then I get the abuse problem because I've said, "Well, unlucky."
That is very truly, you know, Lee's joke is the start of a joke. An Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scot. From there, it goes down, and from there, it just continues to go downhill. But we have a joke on that. I mean, you've got Scott who often comes on with us, you know, who's American. So he gets stick because he's American, and Scott's got you can't see it because he's got a big beard, but he's got I think it's an air lip. Scott has, and Scott's the worst one for taking the piss out of that. He just does. Scott is ruthless. I mean, he is lethal, absolutely lethal. If you want somebody who's going to rip it out of you, he will. He just doesn't care. Cleft lip. Thank you. Yeah, cleft lip. And he takes the piss out of that. And if you come up with a good joke about it, he's over the moon.
I love it.
It's like people say about me being now in a wheelchair because of my legs and stuff. I don't care. Do I care about being in a chair? No, a little bit, but I'll laugh about it. It just means that if I got pissed now, well, I can't fall over. I'll just get done for drink driving.
Well, you can.
Yeah, but you still fell over somehow. It's funny shit.
You see me on the side with the wheel rotating slowly.
Oh,
Please, the guy.
and then it's like, did you hear that Matt?
On fire.
Did you hear that Matt got injured? No. Yeah, well, he was winding the line up, and she just rolled him a little close to the stairs, and let momentum take him.
Don't give a fucking all with you. The other day we went to the up to Ulster. We went to the fucking transport museum, and I got all of like the old trains, the old buses, trams, and all that. Really good day out actually, and really good for if you're disabled there because it's all of the walkways are done on slopes, so you can basically slope. I have never used a handbrake so much, even on a car trying to go around. I'm using the inside brake to try and handbrake around the corners at the bottom. We did crash into the barrier at one point.
They've got the transport museum on the at the riverside in Glasgow that have got it all on maps as well.
It's a really good idea because it's if you can't walk very well, you know, you're not very good with stairs. It's a good idea. Good day. It cost 11 quid. Which nowadays 11 quid to go rest is nothing.
Yeah.
No.
Parking there is free. So yeah.
I mean, when one of the last few times that I had been up with when my gran was still alive, we had taken her around there as well.
Well, it's good because it means that she gets to see stuff from her sort of time
Yeah.
that she would have
Mm.
seen.
Mm.
I really enjoy that sort of stuff. I want to go and do the Titanic Museum, but that's quite expensive. That's in Belfast.
Yeah.
Yes, we know you have a dark sense of humour, Village. I've seen your sense of humour. And as for your sanity, I don't think you ever had any. You can't lose what you never had. As we're coming up to 2 hours, has anybody got any other subjects?
No, I don't think so. Not from me, anyway.
I don't think so.
Apart from Tyler's rash. But,
Hey, I'm using the goddamn ointment you sent over. I understand it's not FDA approved, but I'm giving my word. I'm trying here, Matt.
it's definitely not FDA approved. I've mixed it up in the back garden in a bucket. Right. Yeah, unless anybody in chat's got anything they really want to go into, I think we'll call it a day. So I shall let you guys go round and say your goodbye, starting with Craig.
Yeah, because I was, I thought that was going to be.
Yeah,
you were late on, I decided to go to Expo, thanks everyone for joining us. I hope everyone has a good week. The group said if anyone needs to talk, put my phone down. Thank you. The group said if anyone needs to talk, just have a good week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. I'll pass that on to Bill.
Cheers, Greg. All I can do is echo what Greg said there. The group is there, and we do keep an eye on it. If people need to talk, we're all available at some point. And we can talk about most things. You might not get a sensible answer, but we can talk about most things.
We can talk crap for hours.
Well,
Yeah,
you've
nearly
been doing
do.
it for years, Matt.
Boring. I just heard the word come out.
But have a good week, everybody, and stay safe. Over to you, Tyler.
Thank you, Bill. Well, as always, everybody, thanks for being here and getting involved in chat. We're slowly getting more, into what we wanted the show to be. I think is the mental health side of everything, and just like Craig said, we've got the chat open, we've got the show open. If you guys want to have a topic for the show, throw it in one of the chat feeds, and we'll make a whole thing out of it, pretty much. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here, and have a good week. And trying to, Lisa, try not to hurt Lee too much over the week, because I know he gets out of line. You gotta, but it is what it is. All right, Matt, say your goodbyes, bud.
Goodbyes. Yeah. Firstly, thank you to Craig. I didn't expect Craig to make it back to be on this week. So
No, I didn't think so either, but
it much appreciated, buddy. But I know you're probably tired as well because it's a lot of trouble.
I was up rather early this morning.
I can imagine, mate. So it's much appreciated. Michael, let me know when you're about. We'll probably be in a room somewhere so we can sort out a chat and try and sort something out. And try and get you sorted somehow, because it's been long enough. Village, always lovely to see Village. Always good to see him. Always good to have a chat with him. The rest of everybody, always nice to see you guys, because I consider most of you friends and we know you and love you all to bits. I hope everybody does have a good rest of the week. I really do. Hopefully the weather should be getting a bit better now. So hopefully people will be getting out and about a little bit. Maybe a bit of sunshine even. I I burnt some sausages earlier. I mean, we had a barbecue. That was it. So yeah, the world is, there's good side to the world. There is some good things going on. So, oh, shut up, you. Yes, I love you too, Lee. There you go. Like I say, if you want some good music and advice on music production, or you want music production, go over and give Lee a like, a sub. Anything to do with that side of things, Lee can probably help you out with, especially because he's got his production side now. So, worth having a chat with him. Apart from that, from me, till next week, yeah. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Don't get arrested. It's never good. But that's it, yeah. So we will sign out and see you next week, guys.
Bye.